Running out of ideas is one of the top reasons creators quit. So here's how I stay inspired. And I'm going to warn you guys, this might blow your mind because when I figured this out, it completely changed everything for me. So it all starts with a whole mindset shift. So what we need to tell ourselves now is let's not wait for ideas to come to us. It's the completely wrong thing to do. We're never going to be inspired 24/7. Let's actually build a system in order to collect these ideas, okay? So what we actually need is a system that builds a library of ideas that we can pull from at any time, whenever we need to make content. And to give you an example of that, I'm essentially doing a 30-day challenge. So I've challenged myself to upload daily videos, long form videos for 30 days straight. So every single day for the next 30 days, I am uploading a long form video. The only way that I can do that, when I challenged myself to do that, I thought, how on earth am I actually going to pull this off? And the only way is to create an actual system that works, that allows me to have a whole bank of ideas that at any time I can just go and pluck one of those ideas out and just film. So here are 4 practical idea sources to actually build your idea system. So number 1, we can use our past self. So what did you need help with when you were starting out? And even if you haven't actually started out yet, let's just say you are looking to make a channel around a particular theme. Okay, let's say there's a particular hobby or something like that that you partake in and you want to create a YouTube channel about it. So even though you've not started your channel already, you're already on this journey of building up your skill set in that particular hobby, okay? Whatever it is you're passionate about. It doesn't need to be a hobby, it can just be a passion, okay? Whatever you're into and you're thinking about sharing with the world. So ask yourself, when I actually got into that hobby or got into that thing I'm passionate about, what did I actually need help with when I started out? What did I not understand when I started out? What were some of the common things that I learned along the way? And a really easy way to find the answer to this is simply just to look back at yourself, say 6 months ago. So if you could go back in time 6 months and have a conversation with yourself, what would you tell yourself then to accelerate your growth on whichever journey it is you're on? And that is a great source of inspiration to actually plug into this whole system, is just to use your past self as a reference for ideas. So another way that you can actually come up with ideas is to use the comment sections, okay? And I don't mean go and leave a comment and ask people for ideas, no. Actually go and look at, so say you're already putting out content, look at the comments people are leaving on your content. Is anyone asking for something that you're not currently providing, okay? Or is the conversation leading in a direction where you're not actually serving content around that direction? And also you can look at other people's comment sections. So if you've not started your YouTube channel yet, you can go and look at people in the same niche that you're about to enter, but you can also mix it up and look at other niches as well, even ones that are, say, let's not look at ones that are totally opposite from your niche, but ones that kind of have a bit of overlap. There's a bit of a similarity. And you can go into the comments of other creators' channels and you can look for comments that give you inspiration, okay? They'll give you ideas. Someone's maybe posing a question to the creator, maybe they've not replied to them, and someone needs to provide that answer. And if you know what the answer is, then there is an idea for your next video. So another great source of inspiration for ideas is the search and suggested results. So what that means is when you go on YouTube and say you go on the search bar and you start looking up something within your niche, okay, as you're typing, YouTube is going to suggest a whole bunch of, essentially it's going to try and auto-complete whatever your search query is. And you can use this to guide you as well. You can use this to come up with ideas, because essentially a title could literally be right there. As you're typing up something you're searching within your niche, it could essentially auto-complete a title or a topic that you could use as an idea for your next YouTube video. And this last idea source is one of the best idea sources. I think it's helped me immensely. So actually keeping an ongoing bank of ideas, okay? So actually having like a spreadsheet or a library or just a list of ongoing that you're constantly adding to, and it's just got a whole bunch of ideas that you can pick and choose from at any time. And over time, we want to add to that and obviously pull ideas from it and use them for videos, but we want it to keep growing. So you can easily do that with your Notes app on your phone. That's exactly what I do. You can use your Notes app. If you've got a whiteboard or something like that, let's say you work in like a studio or you've got a whiteboard somewhere in your house, you can use that to take down ideas, because it might even be that, you know, in your day to day, you like glance at the whiteboard and you see that idea that you put up there a week ago, and now you're actually inspired to do it. Or maybe you see that idea on the whiteboard and now you see it from a different perspective. Maybe it gives you a new idea that you can actually add to the whiteboard as well. So now you have two ideas as well to use. So whiteboards are great. Spreadsheets are great too. If you like doing a spreadsheet, make up a little spreadsheet as well. You can plug in all your ideas there if you're super organized. Don't quite think I'm at the spreadsheet level yet. The Notes app is good enough for me, but feel free to use the spreadsheet if you can, and really just use whatever works for you. Okay, what we're looking to do is just build up this library of content ideas that we can always refer to, because like I said, inspiration, like, you're not going to be inspired all the time. It's just not realistic. We don't all have ideas just gushing around in our head and we can't wait to get them out there. Okay, it's just not how it works. There's going to be days where we're super inspired and we've got lots of ideas, and then there's going to be days where we just don't know what to film. So take advantage of those days and write it all down. Make a whole bank of ideas that you can go back to. So one of the best things that you can actually do, okay, this is a huge tip that's really helped me on this whole 30-day YouTube journey that I'm on right now, is don't just batch videos, okay? So that's one of the things that's helping me do this, is to batch videos, batch filming, batch it, basically batch it all, but batch the whole ideation stage. So let's say you are challenging yourself to create your first 10 videos, okay? Well, you could sit down and set aside 1 hour and come up with 10 video ideas, okay? I actually challenge you. I think you could come up with 100 if you really put your mind to it, but let's be a little bit more realistic here. You can definitely come up with 10 video ideas if you just sit down for one day, just take an hour. Let's say you don't have an hour, okay, in a day. Let's say your life is so busy. Set aside 10 minutes. 10 minutes in the morning when you wake up, and just write down as many ideas as you can. Okay, that's all you need to do. Some days you'll write down more, some days you'll write down less, but at least you're working on putting these ideas down on paper. Don't let them sit about in your head, because you're going to forget them. Let's actually put them somewhere where we can go and refer to them later on, and they're going to inspire you to come up with new ideas when you go back and you're like, oh, I forgot about that. That was a good idea, but I could also do this. Or I could merge these two together, okay? Let's get all those creative juices flowing. So these, those ideas that actually seem bad at first as well, like even if you come up with bad ideas when you're doing this like brainstorm and dump, you might think, gosh, that sounds like a terrible idea. I'm not going to write it down. No, write it down, because it might sound bad at first, but later on you might look back at it and say, that was actually quite clever, or if I just make this little tweak to it, it's going to make it into a much more powerful idea. And it also might just be the case that it's worth testing, because we all have our own biases here. You know, you could look at it from your perspective and think that's a bad idea, but unless you actually test it and put it out there into the world, Then you're going to discover if it is a bad idea or not. So I'll leave you guys with this little piece of inspiration just to close this up. Essentially, ideas, they're quite literally everywhere. They're all around us when you actually learn how to listen for them, okay? So, like I said, I'm doing this 30-day challenge, and the only way I'm able to do this 30-day challenge right now is because I've created a step-by-step guide for myself. It's a 6-step process that I'm following to the T in order to get me to that final goal of posting 30 videos, okay? Essentially daily uploads. So if you want to find out what that step-by-step guide is and essentially just copy it, watch the video right here. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.